1. Betting out the Grok as well as the box. Yeah, Indonesia still sticking to that Kimi ban, which I feel like that's their bad juju. If they fight against the opponents, no matter how good of a game you have it, somehow they lose.
Yeah, Kimi is the problem.
So they ban out the Fanny Gatot as well as Kimi. So the first pick here is going to be pretty interesting because...
The big 3 assassins are open again. Well, now that Joy has been picked up by Joe, that makes it 4. Shin, Lancelot, Joy, Haya, what else? CC, Angela, ban. Okay.
Interesting. Doesn't 100% feel necessary, but okay. And then the Kalia first pick.
This I understand, because they banned the Katot out. Though, it's not really a direct answer, it's more like it's a viable solution. Either way, do the Kalia. I mean, Purify is always one way to do it. Purify heroes that are hard to catch with mobility, iframes, Hayabusa, I would assume. Lancelot works too. So they go back to some of the comforts from both games. Tianzi had a great game with the Lancelot.
Yep.
And the CC on Siggy Boom in game 1 was also pretty hard to take out.
So now for Team Indonesia, when they had this Kalia, they pick up the Lunox early. I kind of feel like pick up the Farsa might be better here. A little bit easier to execute and you don't really lose your lane. And then Shin or Haya. But if Joe's comfort is the Joy, sure. The name is pretty similar as well.
The Joe Joy.
Joe Joy.
Because I saved
YSS and Uranus.
I'm glad they pick up the YSS and Uranus, because at least I know where the Uranus isn't going.
Yeah, jungle. Thank goodness it's not jungle again. They played in 3 different roles. They played it with Varan, with Joe, and with Kabuki. I guess it's your Hesky's turn.
I feel like at this point, picking the Eve should be safe, if not the Farsa. Like, I feel like just pick up a Prio mid, and then make sure that Ezekiel doesn't have a good combo alongside with the Kalia.
Yeah,
Don't give him some kind of burst.
I think Iesf is good. I think Iesf is... Yeah, actually Iesf is very good. Yeah.
So it should be an Eve pick here into mid lane bans.
It's very hard to go wrong picking Iesf.
Allow me to lead the
So they pick up a
charge.
Hilda, which is okay too. Is okay. And you can adjust being Roam or EXP. So far we do see it looks like Hilda does have favorable trade against the Uranus on the EXP lane. So both are really waiting for their mid lane picks.
So Yi, Farsa, Valentina, Selena.
I wonder if Team Turkey want to go for a Jushin again.
Jusin too, yep. Lunox is there. Jusin Kalea is quite a pain to deal with.
Yeah, but I feel like for Turkey it would look much better. So they're gonna ban out the Lunox.
Understandable. Lunox was a big problem. Lapu ban from Indonesia. I like it. Part of me feels like they might just leave the Yuzong open and see what happens with Lunar. Though if they pick the Yuzong, that means they're running double fighters. But with no Kim in mid, it's very ill-advised.
Yeah, Team Turkey basically have to pick up a mid after this, hiding where CC as well as Hilda is going. Because I feel like if they pick up their whatever other frontline here, they have to default to a marksman.
Yep. So respect still shown by Indonesia. They banned the Yuzong. Even though I feel like in the grand scheme of things, it's not the best choice for Turkey, but better be safe than sorry. Mid lane, I still think Iesf is the way. Now that Yuzong is banned, you are worried about an Esmeralda for Indonesia, from Indonesia's side. But that's pretty much it. I think if you take like the Granger for yourself, it works the Tucson for them. It gives you strong presence in skirmishes, but you do lack crowd control.
Because here's the thing, I noticed as well, the reason why I did call out the Jushin is they really like to pair it with picks like Hilda as well as CC, because basically making it so that they have free damage. And I feel like this is just the composition they like to run. The Jushin is more about setting it up for your fighters to really shine. But for Team Indonesia, Eve is an amazing pick. Combo it with the Kalia. If they want to take a Farsa, it works as well. And then Esmeralda, I think, is pretty solid.
Ooh, Eve
export. Oh, that's...
Now this is a problem.
Turkey needs to pick up the Granger because you need someone to at least take down the Braga armor.
I agree. I think Granger is
If not
ever
Granger,
more important.
what other hero can burst it down in
Harif
goal?
is the only second one, but definitely harder to play than the Granger. Play out than the Granger here. Kalad is like your safest option. Like people always fall back to that. Definitely not Obsidian. Moskov, Carry, Bruno. I think Granger.
Granger.
I think you keep it simple, right? Play Granger. You get the range. You are not gonna be pushed away by X-Borg. We've seen a couple of matchups. X-Borg into Claude, no go. X-Borg into Obsidian, no go. Into Harif, manageable. Granger is the best, and they go for it.
Yep. So right now, in terms of the draft here, for Team Indonesia, they have multiple layers of damage here, but most of it is kind of like a DPSE, dot damage. For Team Turkey. Also in the mix, but it's mostly on a lot of physical bursts. A lot of physical bursts here. In terms of magical damage, honestly, not a lot. So maybe in the early game, they won't have that much damage. I really feel like once the Granger has the Hunter Strike as well as the Sky Piercer, then we start to see a little bit of development when it comes to Turkey's movements.
Yeah, I agree. I think for the Granger, it's all about once you get the Sky Piercer, how is the team going to help you navigate these fights, right? And I mean, for Indonesia's draft, they don't really have... They have some pretty nasty dives, and that's sort of a dilemma that Sigiboom needs to deal with, because when you have a Cho or Kalea on one side, you're always thinking whether you want to take a Purify or the Flicker. In this case, it's Purify for both Sigiboom and Rosa to deal with the Kalea, but you do open up yourselves for the RWM and the Last Insanity from the side of Indonesia.
I feel like at this point, Turkey cannot play the 1v1s. They gotta rotate fast here. The question is, where do you want to rotate to, right? Do you want to take down the Uranus or do you want to take down the X-Borg? And honestly, both are relatively good options, because if the X-Borg is free, he's going to be quite annoying, especially for the Hilda. If you take down the Uranus, I think it's going to be good for TNZ. No one is really going to disrupt him that much.
From what we've learned in one of the semis is that you can actually target the Uranus, right? With the right picks. And Turkey have 3 of them to deal with the Uranus.
Yep.
That was what we saw from Team Malaysia too. Lancelot, Zusin, Hilda is doable.
Yeah. So I'm really looking at the mid trio here coming in from Team Turkey. They cannot be passive, because in the previous game, Rosa on that Eve basically just camps the mid bush, basically making sure that Rosa does not die, but at the same time, not being proactive. This time with the Jushin, I want to see him more proactive. I want him to actually pressure the side lanes.
Let's see if this game is gonna be a lot more, what they call slow pace like game 2, or will it start accelerating? That is the important thing. Because in the grand scheme of things, I feel like we've seen both sides of the aisle. Shout out to Turkey and the supporters still here, still going strong. Again, bronze match. You need to get to the podium to have a shot at the prize pool. And for Turkey, this is already a milestone. I remember in 24, I think they finished in top 10. So not even close to the podium. And this is a roster that has been well respected across the globe too. They have their fair shares of struggles, but I think that comeback from game 1 was one of the biggest confidence boosts any Turkish fans could have gotten. We can say the same for the Indonesians as well. With such a drawn-out game to slugfest, coaching staffs are still in high spirits. Shout out to Coach St. Lucas. I'm a big fan. Can I have your autograph, please?
I'm pretty sure if you ask nicely, he'll give it to you. And honestly, this is pretty big for Indonesia as well, because in the previous year, they did get top 3 for this one. I'm pretty sure at minimum they wanna finish on the podium as well. And at this point, I want more and more proactivity. That's all I'm asking for coming in from Indonesia as well as Turkey, because the draft is definitely usable for both teams. At this point, I'm honestly out of words for Turkey against Indonesia, because the previous game, there's not a lot that was brought forward to.
No.
Brought forward to us for us to really commentate on.
No, it's... Honestly, you say it's a battle of attrition for the team, so I'd honestly...
It's a battle of attrition for us as well.
We are also put to the test too.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So right now...
When was the last time? What was the longest streak of games you have gone in a single sitting? Mine was 12, I think. 12 with a 9-game lose streak in a single sitting.
Well, as in,
The most you've played. So just game after game after game after game after game.
I think the longest. I honestly don't know the longest lose streak, but I've definitely had the history being full of losses, not a single win. So I don't know how long that is, but at least that long.
Is it long enough that you have to scroll to see the rest of it, or
Yeah, meaning like I scroll to the end and it's all lost.
it's all red?
Yeah, but I still maintain 65%-ish win rate every single season. So
With a lose streak?
yeah.
Well, that's pretty impressive. That's very respectable. Anything above 55 is actually above average.
I know we always say, you know, win rate's not that important, but I want to make sure. The lowest I will ever be is like 66, 65.
Okay, that is a very high bar. You are an A plus student for sure.
Yeah.
Some of our audience have been here since the very morning. They came here.
Hey, shout outs to them, man.
Shout outs to them. They've
Shout outs
been
to
here
them.
since the semis. We saw some of them during lunchtime, and now they're back. Just waiting for the games to conclude. But of course, this is going to start wearing out on the teams too. When you have to, I think it's more of like the downtime in between that makes it a bit, what do we call it? Hard to manage.
Yeah.
Can't find the right word for it. Composure is important though. I would say if there's one player that has gotten the biggest confidence boost so far in the series on both sides,
Yeah.
Tienzi for Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, I would say Rosa for Turkey and maybe Kabuki for Indonesia.
Honestly, after Lunar's game with the Esme, I feel like he should have a bit more confidence as well. But maybe after that U-Zone game, it went back down. So now it's neutral, right? So now I think it's neutral for both. I feel like Indonesia, they haven't really gotten that confidence just yet because we've seen the players on stage. I mean, we've seen Kabuki, we've seen Joe. We know how different they play when they are confident and then when they are not. Because when Indonesia, they are very, very confident, they will force out a play, right? Because I feel like that's the biggest difference, Husky, that we've seen, especially for the first 3 days of WEC, is that whenever Indonesia feels it, they will fight in your jungle just because they could.
So it's a mood thing.
It's a mood. It's definitely a mood thing.
It's definitely a mood thing. Today, do you feel like fighting? Not really.
I feel more peaceful. I feel more religious today.
How? I don't feel violent when I wake up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a very poor way of putting it. But you get the idea. People who have watched Indonesian play sort of know
I
that
think I play more aggressively after Ayangkapo.
after Angkapo.
Wait. Depends on how much I ate that.
Because are you trying to end the game fast to use the washroom?
Funny enough, I've gotten immune to that. I don't really use the.
Speed on the wings, skin so sleek. Every time song, every little beat on the nights. Change the day. Motor G57, the rest fade away.
Hello, Moto.
We call everything the first few minutes of the pre-show, and then everything becomes a reality.
Pre-show, the draft, the
We call drafts.
flow of the
days.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, flow of the game. On desk and behind the scenes, actually.
Yeah. Just because the camera isn't on us doesn't mean we stop talking.
So the accuracy, the percentage of accuracy for this show alone is
120%.
higher than my win rate,
Yeah.
for sure.
I'm guessing you don't want to say it.
My highest or my lowest?
Just average. Yeah, just
50, definitely not as high as yours. Mine was 50, probably like 60 was like the highest, I'd say.
This might be a hot take. I feel like it's easier to maintain your win rate as a roamer.
As a roamer.
Because number one, I feel like when I'm playing roam, everyone gets their main role anyways. Right? Meaning like
Yeah.
meaning like I'm not seeing a mid playing EXP. I'm not seeing a gold laner playing jungle. Like there are games, of course, where you're like, bro, can we swap kind of thing. But
Yep.
And then most of the time, they want to pick their heroes first. They want me to be last, and at that point, I can counter the draft.
Yeah, I'm a mid player, so I struggle with that sometimes.
Yeah, they want you up first.
They will, and then you just have to pick heroes that generally can do everything.
Yeah.
That's why Iesf is
Yeah.
one of the best options.
Yeah, you pick up the first hero, and then enemies just. It's like when we play with Milo, and we're like, hey Milo, how about you use a fan? And then every single hero on the other side. Saber, the Cho, Kaja, anything under the sun. We win. But
Cyclops is also a popular one.
yeah, which the skin is coming up. I don't play the food game often.
I saw someone, so I saw this funny post on social media. So it's like you have to cook and serve food,
yes.
right? So it's like a mini game you play. Someone was complaining
I don't know how to serve.
that they only have one pizza oven,
Yes.
but they have to serve to 3 guests who want pizza
That is a bit annoying.
in a time attack mode.
At least the drinks you can put up 3 drinks at a time. The burgers you can put 4 burgers at a time. But yeah, the pizza you only have 1. I feel like I shouldn't have upgraded that one.
Yeah, so it's actually forcing you to lose customers.
But hey, if you guys have to bring it over to the venue, we would like some pizza. Actually, now that I say it, Rose might figure something.
Yeah, we have a lot.
She had snacks, but we've been here for a while. So
A lot of food in the green room actually. We have so many foods. Like I know you work out a lot, but the calorie intake has not been good.
I haven't been working out for quite a while because we've been here exclusively the entire day.
Well today. Yes.
Meaning like this week.
This week, yes.
Yeah, this week. You know, I like being friends with you.
Me too.
You are an amazing person to get to know.
Yeah, we are trying to sort things out first. Again, I think we caught a glimpse of Amarcia's working overtime to make sure that things are in order.
Yes.
Shout out to Jess.
Wait, Res.
No, you're not supposed to say.
Oh, I'm not supposed to say a name? Hey, but no, people know him. People know him. He's
true.
He's very popular by going to podcasts and then donating on a podcast.
Yeah, so he's actually also popular for the yellow card.
Yes.
I didn't know it was discontinued until I asked him. I was like, can you give me a yellow card? And he's like, no, we've discontinued that system.
Oh, really? I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, they have since, now it's 2025, right? I think the first time we saw it was the last time we saw it.
Well, now we can all breathe because we're jumping straight into the game here. So we'll see at what stage of the game we are at. We're at the beginning here.
Thank you very much to
Yay!
the crowd for still being a yay!
Anyways, right now.
You guys are.
look at this,
Wait.
look at this.
We've seen this before.
They're doing the Sakais. And they don't see it.
Dun,
Because
dun.
the pressure is on mid.
Conditioning.
Yeah.
We have seen this before. Oh boy, well. Hey, there are some lessons to be learned. Look at that.
I'm hearing the crowd cheer because he successfully got that buff. But either way, hey, shout out to Joe as well as Sakai. Sikabum taking a bit of damage from Kabuki. Looks like a lot of trades is happening around. And at this point, I want to see the player reaction of PNZ and be like, wait, where's my buff?
That has to be frustrating. Joe even got the gold crab too. Kabuki with a good leash on the lizard. Joe is now accelerating the lead. Tianzi shows up. He's late.
Yeah, and he's like, okay, can I get something here? No. Can I get something here? No. Like, Tianzi, but as of right now, it's not that bad, right? He's still level 3, but the thing is, Joe just... Why is he not level 4 yet?
Well, he needs one more cap, right? Because he didn't steal... He only stole the orange buff. He didn't steal the lizard.
Yeah,
If he stole one extra cap, then yes.
Yeah.
Though still, it did mess up Tianzi's road pathing a little bit. He's going to try to put some damage. It's Purify out from Apex47. Joey's doing too much damage. Tianzi shouldn't even be there in the first place. That's first blood for Joe and another camp for the YSS.
Joe is so understanding of the situation that Tianzi is going in because he's like, I get it, bro. This is frustrating, but I felt it. Now it's your turn. And look at Kabuki and Sigibum just trading all around, and Sigibum gets it.
The thing is that Tianzi's pathing is severely delayed because he had to go for purple. He misses an orange, no gold crab. Rosa should get out. With a delayed timing, you shouldn't be contesting for objective and pressure, right? You want to get as much resource as possible. And that's actually a kill onto Rosa. Into a Tsunami Slam. Witty drags Apex back, and Apex will survive.
Yeah. Witty taking a bit of damage, but the Kalia can heal up, so it shouldn't be a problem. Joe here goes up against TNZ with 1 level difference. And Apex 47 as well as TNZ has to be careful, because if Joe is feeling like he could have gotten the double kill there.
Definitely is feeling it. So already a 1.3k goal lead. Aran was sandbagging the lane. And this is a problem. Because for Turkey A, damage profile-wise, not really the best, especially in the early game before you get items, unless you can bring Siggy Boom into the fight. But even he needs items. And Turkey are now four-manning just to make sure that TNZ gets some resources. We'll get the Golem and transition into the lizard down there, but still will be at least 2 levels behind Joe. And Vidi comes in, flicker into a grab, gets Lunar instead of TNZ. Apex and Rosa here to back him up. Joe finds a turtle boat, gonna crash it onto Rosa. No follow-up there. Rosa will get out.
Yep. So Team Turkey, we can say that for all 3 games, Indonesia definitely has a pretty good start. Almost every single time having at least 1,000 gold advantage. Sigibum is doing quite well against Kabuki, and now even the last stand in use, but Kabuki is able to get his distance away from Sigibum. So Indonesia, they're in a pretty comfortable spot. Weird to say, but I kind of feel like Turkey is in a comfortable spot as well, because they felt this before. Sigibum already forced out the Purify coming in from Joe. As in, like, Joe attacked him, and then he's forced to use the Purify, even though he really didn't have to.
Yeah. I want to take this opportunity to answer a very pressing question from a good friend of ours.
Okay.
Shout out to Mirko. He was asking, why aren't the Philippines here? Tough question to answer. They didn't qualify.
Yeah, that's it. They just
I don't know
lost.
what to tell you. They just didn't make it. And Rosa makes it out. Turtle should go over to Indonesia. The Turtle boat in the possession of Joe. Another conversion. Turtle to a Beetle. Apex cannot hold on to the camp.
So right now on Team Turkey, they're being pushed back, and we got to remember how they dealt with this kind of aggression, which is lose, sure, but don't lose too much. So Team Turkey, they're accepting, okay, the laning phase is pretty tough. We're going to give it to them, but we're going to make sure that we don't give too much. But at this point, I feel like they're giving a little bit too much.
Yeah, I was about to say, not lose too much, but you lose a tier 1, and Iran does get forced to flicker out. So some response from Turkey. That's what we want to see. We want to see resistance. Then Iran, very manageable. You can take him down. You just need a bit of injection. If Rosa was there, then there's going to be Iran dead for sure. And majority of the goal advantage should be on Joe right now.
Yep. So Iran moving forward. I feel like for Team Turkey, if their laning phase was a little bit better, they should have actually gone for the upcoming turtle fight as 5. Because, hold on, Lunar taking quite a lot of damage here, being surrounded by Team Indonesia, and Kabuki flickers away, almost got taken down by Team Turkey. And this is why I kind of feel like Team Turkey, they should be able to group up now, because I feel like in terms of the damage profile that they have, they really should start getting some kind of pickoffs.
I want to agree with that, but at the same time, I also feel like they are not ready yet. And they have tried. Don't get me wrong, they have tried, but Indonesia has been able to avoid these instances. Another Crimson Beacon forced out from Rosa. So that's 4.5k advantage now for Indonesia. Third turtle on the map, and Joe on the case already. This is going to be a continuous problem for Turkey. Luna goes in with the curtain call. Iesf and Witty stuck together. They need a bit more damage. Luna now is going to lose his health bar. Joe is just going to shoot him down. Witty finds a kidnap onto TNZ. TNZ trying to juggle around the puncture. Dies! They did end up getting Joe, but at the cost of 3 members.
Yeah, Team Turkey now looking a little bit desperate, making some plays that they usually don't do here, Husky. And at 6 minutes in, Sigibum just finished the Sky Piercer. So Team Turkey now should really be feeding in some kills over to him, because, I don't know, Team Turkey, they're being a little bit uncharacteristic, I would say.
I guess the silver lining is that they got some gold back, but still Indonesia ends up getting the turtle, which is slightly slower than the timing that I expected. I thought that Joe would fully take the objective, but he committed to a fight. Still, they end up with 3 kills at the end. So Lore will be spawning towards the bottom quadrant of the map, something to watch out for. Witty with the gang squad, here he comes into a knockup, boom! Kidnap Lunar back to his team. Joe doesn't have the damage just yet, but is at the cost of Lunar's vengeance.
The tough thing here is that there's a 1 item difference between the junglers. TNZ only has the War Axe, and then Joe has 2 items, the War Axe and the Hunter's Flag, if I believe. So just by the junglers itself, the difference is too much. And Apex 47 just gets caught and it just dies there.
It's another kill fed into the machine of Iesf. 100% kill participation so far. RWM traps on the 2, Iran from the back, zones out the rest of Turkey. Indonesia gets an easy mid-tier 1. The drag back onto Iran gets shrugged off very easily. TNZ really wants his buff. Mountain Chaka gets used. Weedy with a knockup. Tsunami Slam. RKO. Lunar is gone. Indonesia continues to step on the gas.
Yep. Team Turkey only have 1 kill to the name. Rosa just built the glowing wand. So this time should be able to reduce the healing coming in from the front lines of Team Indonesia. But I think the problem still persists, which is they just don't have the damage. They don't have the damage just yet. So they just gotta wait, scale up. In the previous game, they came back at about 9 minutes and 30 seconds. It's 8 minutes and 50. So I don't know if they want to wait for the same timing, but
I don't know. I think the timing sort of has... It hasn't passed, but it has been delayed. It's been severely delayed.
Yep.
It's pretty tough. I just realized this. Oh my goodness, Apex has the Purify on the Hilda.
Oh,
That is a problem for Turkey. Why?
is it really just because he doesn't want to get picked off by the Kalia? Because I feel like it's not really all that necessary. But either ways, the turtle has been started up by Team Indonesia, and they're getting the lore for free. In fact, they're basically getting everything on the map for free.
Yeah, I'm not really sure about this. I mean, you don't get picked up. I can understand. But it doesn't make any difference, to be honest. Not with this goal advantage that Indonesia has. 7.2k. And they pop the holy defense in the bottom lane, and Kabuki just stands in front of the base menacingly. TNZ gets nothing. Joe 2 levels up.
Yep. Indonesia with 6,700. They are, personally for me, I feel like they can actually go inside the turret here, at least take the holy defense away. Team Turkey is trying to pull the minions to the side, but unfortunately in the mid, it has been triggered, same as the bottom here. So Team Turkey, they have a lot of ways to siege as well as catch. They should be able to get this inhibitor for free. Team Turkey unable to defend that one.
And a good RWM from Iesf finds the setup. Winning with the grab back. Lunar is going to explode as Kabuki takes him out, and a barbecue delivered. Double kill for Kabuki. Lore being worked on. Joe gets 10Z. Joe almost takes him out. But the Ron will flicker right on top into a planetary punch. And that's a knockout blow. 10.4k goalie for Indonesia. And a Crystal and Sai Sigibum does his best. But Indonesia will take the lead in its best of 5. It's 2-1 for them.
With 10,000 goal lead and Team Turkey only able to get 1 kill. Team Indonesia, with the cheeky early steal in the buff, started controlling the game from minute 1.
This game was quite a tricky one to navigate.
Oh yeah,
I gotta be
sure.
honest. Not just from the
Yeah.
cheeky start from Indonesia, but the more you looked at how Turkey approached that game, the more you realize that this game is going out of control faster than expected.
I don't know how they're going to reset for this one, because it's just all 10 players on the stage. It feels like different players. And you can...
It reminds me of the feeling of yesterday where it felt like you're watching something in slow-mo.
I wonder if they have one more game.
I'm pretty sure they I'm
do.
pretty sure they
Yeah, they
one
should,
more
yeah.
game.
Here in this best of 5, looks like Team Indonesia got match point. They need one more win to secure the 3rd place.
Now, I'm here to address some of your concerns and some of the concerns that the Turkish fans might have, because this is going to be a tough one to navigate, right? You're now backs against the wall. Your opponent's on match point.